Okay, this should fix the sound problems. Moving the mouse out of the way. Good lord, you guys don't want to know how long that took. You really don't. At least 15 minutes. It's got to be something with this particular game. I don't understand why it's doing it. I don't understand why it suddenly has a problem. It just did. And because of that, I had to freaking adjust everything. Everything. Also, I'm a little tiny YouTuber, so it's not like I have, like, $2,000 of equipment, unfortunately, that I can use for this. So, I have my mic, which is good, and I have the mixer, which is also good, but somebody recommended I just blow through these groups with my level 2 stuff, and you're kind of right, because I don't really have any other reason to use the level 2 stuff. It guarantees only one round, so long term probably keeps me from losing more HP on my backline. Hey, don't go. Get him, Vivi. But yeah, so it's gotta be because for some weird reason, it's gotta be how they ported it, as well as the fact that scorpions, why have to be scorpions? It's gotta be because they ported it, as well as the simple fact, you're poisoned, that, again, the sound's just weird on this game. But I finally have it comfortable. I do have Poisina, so let's go ahead and do that. Which means that you should probably cast Blizzard on that. Okay. Ouch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah! Ooh, good HP. We got strength, we got stamina, we got intellect, we got luck. Poor HP and only one point of agility. Aw. I'm just really happy that I think this will be working. Let me know in the comments that this is working, but I'm pretty sure I've got it now. There you go, and there you go. Once you need about 110 hit points, I have to start using Cura. Although I will be able to I could have just used Heal. Is that a better use of my spells? But kind of, but anyway, look, the sound volume is finally fixed. The sound is really terrible on the title screen. It's still blowing your eardrums out. And then it goes down to this when I actually get into the game. So again, it's the way they programmed the game. And the fix that I had was I had to... I'm pretty sure what happened is this. The fix that I had is that I had gone into my mixer on my actual computer. And I had turned... Yay. I had turned down Final Fantasy. But I'm pretty sure it resets that every time there's any kind of update. So to prevent that from happening, I just went in and went through the configuration mode. But I had to figure all that out. Now it's just, you should always adjust. It's a good lesson for me as I continue this crazy weird journey on the YouTubes. You should always, oh, that's the wrong spell. Well, oops. You should always adjust the volume in the game, because the game is not going to have an update that is going to mess with anything. Dadgummit. Well, I'll just go through this one. I don't want to waste, Vivi's probably going to go last, and I don't want to waste a Fira against 2 wolves. 4 or 5 is good, but not 2. It also just gives me a chance to heal you. Yeah, Rosa. Good HP, intellect, and luck. What does luck do? I want to say luck is like criticals, probably has something to do with your ability to dodge and miss. Yeah, like this is a really good group of guys to set on fire, so let's set them on fire. And people have been saying people have been saying please don't skip the grinding. They like the grind, they like the hearing, and you know, it won't be forever. I think the pacing gets a little better. But I do remember the original. This is just, in other iterations, Elfland is just a grind. Because you only really... There you go. Yeah. So that's about 100. So if you don't need it, if you're not down at least 100, it's a waste to cast that. So you need to have at least 200 hit points. Elfland is just a grind. Because you don't really have... You have one boss fight with 9 pirates in Provoca. There's no... So all of the money that you've earned from walking back from the Temple of Fiends, hitting Matoya's Cave, and then to Provoca, goes to the weapons and spells there. Then you cross the sea, which doesn't take that long. And then you suddenly realize, oh, I'm at Elfland. Oh, they have even more weapons and armor. And they have 2 schools of magic I can get. And I'm broke. And so you're going to be here, and you're going to have to... Oh no, I'm ambush. Probably also has something to do with preemptive strikes and ambushes. Well, not really much of an ambush, are you? But because of that, it's just understood, hey, you're going to have to... And this was the original game that they've got all this from. It's back in the 80s. And 90s. So really, you know, back then it was old school D&D. Japanese companies were starting to find JRPGs, and they were starting to make them. Ooh, flee. They were starting to make stuff based around like Ultima. Wizardry is a really cool series that I hope that eventually a newer game comes out that I can play for the channel. I don't think I need to. The number of guys and the damage that they do is not going to be that bad. But, you know, and those games just... They didn't have quite the pacing that more modern... Oh, Vivi got a lot of HP. And every stat. Yes! They didn't have the... Well, you know, we should give better XP. And grinding is okay, but it shouldn't have to be a requirement. Blizzardo. I don't know why I always use Blizzard on these guys, I just do. Yeah, the Ogre Chieftains hit really hard. Because they can hit Cloud for double digits, which is actually impressive. They give almost 700 bucks. And you can see the grind is getting better. I'm staying out longer as they level up. They have better stats, they hit harder, they have more spells. Oh, preemptive strike. Why, that's just wonderful. You're all dead. I just saw Rosa is consistently getting 2 hits with her hammer, which means that she can actually do decent damage now. Not fantastic. So there's something that I actually do want to pose if you guys are listening to this grind session. And here's what I want to ask. In the final dungeon of the game, I remember, you get the Muramasa. It is the ultimate blade. Now, there are 2 schools of thought with the Muramasa. One of the schools of thought is that you should go ahead and give it to your white mage, if you have a white mage. Because anyone can wield the weapon, and a white mage is the only person without offensive magic or heavy offensive skills. So this means that they also are very helpful in the final dungeon. Just going through all the mobs and everything. But there's another option, which is if you have a fighter, give it to the fighter. Here's why. The fighter will do insane damage. So here's what I'm probably going to end up doing. Is giving the blade to the white mage as I'm walking through. And then for the final boss, what I should do is I should give it to the... Because here's the thing about the final boss. He's annoying. The final boss is annoying, guys. He has the ultimate healing spell in the game, which means that he can heal all of his hit points at any time. Now, they do have a balance on that overblown power. Because I don't think he has spell levels, like, I don't think the enemies in this game are programmed with spell levels like your characters are. They were just given a list of spells. The thing that they did to make sure that that does not just break the game is they said, okay, the final boss has the heal, but he's programmed to where he cannot use it within X number of rounds of each other. So what that means is that when he casts it, you then realize, I'm on a clock. I have X amount of time to wear him down. A knight can do hundreds upon hundreds of damage even without being buffed with that sword. So that's probably what I'm going to do. There's no reason why I can't do that. I'll give the... I need to cast Cura on Yua. There you go. Vivi, yeah, how Edgar, I don't know if Edgar's just getting poor stat gains or what, but for a jack of all trades, he should have more hit points than that. He can tank a bit, at least. I don't have any more level 2 stuff. If I had the next level of black magic, I'd have blizzard spells at level 2. I could also cast and freeze these puppies, but oh well. It doesn't really matter. Everyone can kill a dog in a hit now. Don't tell the SPCA. But that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is I'm probably... And when I get to a boss, I will try to remember to take the time to give Rosa's weapon, the Remaster, to the knight, and then just let the knight cut through the guy like nobody's business. But yeah, it's a very interesting debate. I've seen lots of guides that recommend give it to your healer. Your healer will actually be able to give... Because you've seen, Rosa just doesn't have any offensive power. She hits about as hard as Vivi at times because she has higher strength, but because of her stats, she's not going to hit as many times as Vivi can throughout the course of... Oh no, I've been ambushed. There's a snake in my boots. But yeah, she cannot hit, so she will always be the healer class that you can get in this game. Will always, always, always... I might as well. Be the weakest character offensive-wise. With the exception, if you're fighting bad guys, then she's not, or he's not, whichever. If you want to be he or she, whichever, it doesn't matter. They're not, because honestly, undead, they can tear up the undead like nobody's business. We gotta stay out late unsupervised from our parents so we can earn this money. Gotta earn the money. So, and I've thought about making the grind episodes longer, but here's the thing. You guys seem to like the episode length I have, as well as it's about what I can do. And I don't like hard cap it to 25 minutes. I just start looking for a stopping place at 25 to 30 minutes. But, you know, I've seen people have been uploading like hours-long episodes of Final Fantasy. But is anybody really going to watch that on YouTube? I don't know. It's a cool experiment, but the channel is just finally getting some traction, and I don't know if I can take such a risk. I am pretty happy about the upping of the... You guys may have noticed recently that our profile pic, the image that gets displayed, is now a lot better. And that's because I got so... YouTube was doing okay with the... You know, if you've never uploaded to YouTube, there are 3 boxes. It pulls randomly from near the beginning, around the middle, and near the end of your recording. It pulls random images. It's like, hey, would you like to use this as your thumbnail pic for the internet? And you know, maybe someday we can have like custom thumbnails or custom art to put over a picture. That would be pretty cool if the channel gets big enough for that. But until then, I'm working on a budget of very little monies. And because of that, I have to use what I've got. And this is what I've got. Although I did buy the, I did enjoy buying this really great microphone because it lets me sit back comfortably and it picks up my voice really well. And that's really nice. I like that. It also seems to filter out a fair amount of other sounds. So that's always good. And so I'm happy about all of that, and don't remember if this game has save points in the dungeons or not. I don't think it does. I think that was like Final Fantasy IV, which is also a really good game, which I would I don't know if I would play 2. Although, because 2 has really cool balance problems, which what I mean is, instead of being broken, it lets you break the game. Because of how easy it can be to level stuff up. But 2 is really fun. 2 in America, 4 in Japan was really fun. I don't even know the plot of 3, but, you know, we're playing this one just for the old school. I don't know if we'll be playing any other of the Pixel. We will definitely not. 5 is good, but the thing about 5 is that you're required to change your classes. Instead of, like, picking weapons and classes and stuff like most of the other games, 5 expects you to change your classes for different circumstances. And I don't know how that works, so if it, like, telegraphs, this guy is really strong against magic, so, you know, make sure everyone's a physical class, so I don't know how that works. 3, I don't know the plot of at all. I think she can kill that, but I'm not sure. Nope, she cannot. I thought I would try. Yeah, no. But yeah, 2 has the really cool broken stuff. 3, I don't know anything about. 4 is a really awesome one with, you know, 5 care. I always feel like in these types of games, you don't give me 3 or 4 in my combat party. Give me 5, 6. I prefer having, Because I don't like it when you give me like 18 different classes or so I can choose from. And then it's like, oh, by the way, you can only use 3. I'm like, no, that's not fun. Let me use lots of characters. Because I want to. I like to build parties. I like to just... sometimes I like to just randomly roll like a die. Or use a random number generator. I'm like, okay, whatever it is, that's what I'm using. Right now, it's Labor Day here in America, which is why I'm getting to do this instead of working today. Hell yes. Always fun, always a pleasure to do this instead of work. And what else did... You know what? I watched AEW online with some friends last night. And freaking... My god, it was Adam Cole and Daniel. You can tell how... It's like an embarrassment of riches. To be able to premiere both of them on the same night. Oh, you suck. You suck too. But yeah, Adam Cole came out after Kenny Omega won against Christian Cage. And then Daniel Bryan came out. And the internet has just lost its collective mind. And is having a bit of a freak out. And it's probably good that they were nice to do that on the day before Labor Day. Because, like, you know, these people are probably going to need a minute after we blow their brains out with Awesome. Which is what they did. And I, for one, appreciate the fact that they recognize these guys are going to need a day before they can function in society again. And so that's what we're doing. And so, yeah, amazing. Just amazing and wonderful and awesome and totally worth the time that you put into it. I miss the fact that wrestling used to not be worth the time that you put into it. But now it is. And now it's good again. Wrestling's good again, guys. Did you know? Have you heard the good news? There's better news, of course, in matters of faith and life. But this is good news for wrestling fans. Have you heard that wrestling is good again? Wrestling is good again. And I, for one, am all here for it. And yeah, that's about... I really hope that we have pretty much all the money that we need before too much longer, because I really do want to, you know, not be grinding constantly. But so what do we need? We need a couple of tents. Because again, I don't think there's a healing place inside the dungeon. So what that means is that we'll have to, if we start running low on HP and magic, we have to go all the way back out. But the good news is that I can then just save out there, heal, and go back in. I think I need to, yeah, I'm going to have to heal in. It's my last cure spell with you, but you still have cure and... Yeah, okay, we'll go be here a while. We got plenty of time.